This is like my 6th take. I'm having a meltdown. Okay. This is called Slackline. If I asked you on a winter's day, why is it that you can't, you wouldn't say, and I'd go back and stuff my own mouth with it, not asking till I burst, until my clothes don't fit and I sit fat, plump, pompous emperor on a cavalcade of little floodplains, fertile, former, logged, not willing to be your mother and also don't be mine. Still, stuff potatoes in your mouth, hold the door open, look at you like you're the answer, offer you up when I'm asked, say, here's proximity you wouldn't like to handle, as much pristine literature as you can eat, and cancel the weddings. Well, not one of us is, quote, safe, unquote, even without the COVID planning doc. Please, sir, it's work that kills you. Miss you, but I'll skip the lecture, disappointed in the leadership, asking, Mother, may I move mountains? May I lay down my only life? Oh, believe her, she's a pleaser, making jokes her only sentence, tripping tipsy home and tired out on no summer holidays. Leave your trust out unguarded and get lucky, but the union's full of activists, so you say, yes, of course, I am your pivot baby if you employ me, spinning quickly on my only toe, this is your life now, reeling, clutching desperate at the sides, no IVF, no future gender dystopia now, from the kitchen with a megaphone, whose boot? Our boot. Silver worms inside your stomach like a stolid pick-me-up. Silver is not a metal with any function in the body. Why don't you worry like I worry about the government, the real 5th G, am I right? Together we were a resignation, a soi-disant putsch, scrapping, sodden on the bone white of our collective shell, asking, how long have you had to live here? How much of a life is enough? I sign my forms, eat my lunch, and I abstain from getting scared. Where's the rot pouring into the ocean? Here we're further than ever, but the sun is the one lovely thing, and in between there's us, moving like a glacier. No death, no taxes, no resistance, too extra. Come join me, throw coins in, watch pennies washing up on the shore. I'm even not going to pause it, I'm just going to move on. Okay, I don't know why I'm like opting for this voice, this is not my voice. Also, I've not ordered these, so this is all just madness. So there's a really old one, well, from last year, because I didn't write poems before then, that I will stand by. And poems, concept, okay. This is called Come, no jokes. It's got a comma in the title. It's like, no, I'm not gonna. There's almost something chilling about this almost. Lining up, sitting ducks, paying the penultimate price. The ultimate price has always been out through the nose, in through revolving doors, so happy to watch, happy to cling to, the 10 types of people who eat succeed for breakfast, breathing all the way down. And the banks are closed, sheer postcode lottery. This is a heist. This is a Holy Basil feast day. This is a holiday for the patron saint of bartering for imported herbs with more than the usual number of leaves, the usual penance of coins. Look, it's a time for family. It's a time for coming over and you can be far too honest with me. Decant me, I'm oddly reserved, slaking thirsts, erasing the lines, swapping the options, closing the doors while the attachment takes place, in life as it is in miniature train set, elegant worms in stark terrarium entwined. I am rifling through my drawers on your behalf, sorting out urges, letting things happen from making things happen. I am affected, I am flushed with pardon. His only living sibling says they were not economic migrants, still, there is always space. If we could shelve this hope, this inanimate day, pick out one thing ex cathedra, stop chirpsing the police, papal infallibility for all, forgiven before we could speak. Can I drink? It's really funny because I feel hilarious in my room, so obviously nothing is terrifying, but like if I were in front of you, and also when I see this on the internet, I'll be like, no, why did I say those things? Why do I exist, etc. I've already done that one. Okay, cool. Then another one, I didn't write that long ago. One I didn't write that long ago, which I have called Recovery Time, but it can be, I don't know why I call it that. I mean, I do know why, but I take it back. Your neighbourhood is tapestry, everyday detailed, coiling around a body to stay warm up Elm Grove waiting for a man. There's a bike lane, there's a sunny bench, decaf, oat milk, emotional buffer zone, but I taste it like nothing changes. I am always sitting on a bench in a lockdown instead of my hands, just repressing touching someone in the sunless cold. Time to sling myself back into the last leap year, Find me patching up this worn-out, semi-permanent risk for battle. Ask me how to feed and refeed with my first white hair coiled around your finger. Selfish, like I won't be the mother anymore. Kiss me. Blow smoke into my mouth. Kiss me. Took an oath against the rules and sold my calculator. Now I dream it daily. Old isolation, pure monogamish slug. Inching past the wrong way, phallic, and no nearer, I've a fever. When I ask you to touch me, you should say no. But let me convince you, there is a gleaming nail lodged in your bike tyre and we are collectively pulling it out. The psst we wanted. The psst we deserve. You should join in here and continue your unravelling. Rip up my permission slip and throw it in my face. Catch me winking. Now there's no one who can tell me I'm allowed. Moth-wing dust on the bathroom tile and no flame in sight. I don't know if I'm going too fast. I'm usually going too fast and everyone's like, what the fuck, you're going too fast, I can't hear what you're saying. But I'm not scared because I'm in front of my phone and not in front of like hundreds of people, so I might not be going too fast. But I might be. And there's no way of knowing because no one is like, you're going too fast. Sorry. Thought I had a plan. Do not have a plan. Oh, there's loads back here. What are they? I'll just read this one. It's in front of me. No, I won't. How much time do I have? Got loads of time. Madness. I know that's too embarrassing. Okay. This one I've called Liverpool for some reason. Oh, I know the reason, but it's a stupid reason again. So, titles. Like, who can do them well? I don't know, not me. It's not yet Thursday, and the days I'm in is consonant. Look around, we're all just gap today, without an out, vacuum. The space is on the x-axis, no corresponding y. So I went to the library, and suddenly I was surrounded. Be quiet, hold me up. I bent the spines, and I was breathing. Now I mute in desperate hope, stickering sections of our own spines for shelving. But the raindrops look the way they always have, breaking up a normal, sodden placidity. The gutter's half full, and you say, we can, but I know that you will heartbreak me, hug me right in two solidarity states, one in which I ask if you're okay and you don't answer, the second sublimating that directly out of the body into the street, where the lamps are guttering, half lit, like a novel you want me to try reading. Escape into sex, death, sex, but I want to see about being gregarious, a politics of hoping I can touch people back who are touching me. The baboons have it, and we baboons, we live in complex societies, we have complex bonds, we lack resources, we're having difficulty shucking the little jackets from our shoulders, but take up hands to warm them from the cold and say, I love you. Silence your pompous nonsense, nonsense. It was soothing to me in my paralysis. Nonsense, is it? Nonsense, nonsense. But finish up okay, because now this is a party. If we want more stability, we know we're going to need the Dewey Decimal System, some form of structure or desire to make it stick. Like all the rest, this is an active exercise in negotiation and control. 1987, a kind of birth year, a kind of birth, the nation on a guitar string. Happy we don't learn to play like that, making mud pies around the bottoms of telephone posts. There's plenty to work with, this is England. It's wet a little longer than it rains. Come, emulate the conditions of agency workers. Consider how we raised our parents. Sing what songs you can under your breath and join a union, babe. Okay, it's really interesting that some things you read make you cringe even when you're alone in your bedroom, so like I think I should never read that again, I guess. I think it's a sign. I feel like very much like that one goes with this one. Oh my god, my time is running out. Which is Coalition Building. That's its name. Okay. God spread out, blue nation teeming. Take over my land, take over my whole body. A canvas tent, pre-covered in marginalia, offering. Schedule another meeting to plan the meeting. I feel safe here, parceling out time slots. Katie tells me I convinced her and I clear up. All you want is just for me to wrap, all my flesh around smaller and smaller bones. And I mean, I think, you're not even that great. But my favourite thing about my dreams is that you're not in them. Now I've dropped like a terrifying hypersensitive creature from the sky, a true godsib, scuppering. Maybe I will keep writing love poems until I am 35, and then I too will consider religion and philosophy. Meanwhile, I come out, I split the nation. At the heart a diamond, at the heart a cringing worm. Lily pads out across the pond, but they say don't. Like a parent or the concept of God, I get back into bed. It's here that I don't feel safe. And I think, you're not even that terrible, but still I have been crying for hours. Auntie, my friend, when her girlfriend came over, lying solid on the sofa, breathing. I have been so happy I could punch right through myself and come out the other side gleaming, spiky, powerful, obnoxious. Trying to say, let's try coalition building, without resorting to stop trying to kill my friends. Looking forward to hoping against, grasping after a silvery nightmare in the morning, as if when I turned my phone on I couldn't see it for myself. I think I wrote that after the election. Did I? Maybe I didn't. It's a bit naff. I actually don't like that word. I can't re-record this whole thing. I'm 10 minutes in, so like, I'm sorry. Okay, these are all very silly. Okay, I'm gonna read 3 more. I don't think I have time. I'm just gonna read 3 more. This one is with a D and then a hyphen. It's not really a good title. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I wrote a little about love, thought I'd done enough, so I tripped, maternal, invited you over and neglected to feed you, distanced, didn't touch in the end, innovated, but not linguistically, told you that your children have a good eye for horror and, don't at me, but I'm feeling this as progress, pouring hot oil over chili flakes, still eating the rice, 3rd day in a row. Am I living on the edge? Your mother was too anxious, but mine wasn't anxious enough, and I'm holding on to this while all around me lose it in a storm where everyone else is coupling, giggling upside down about my reticence, angles. Most of all, he said I'm not a baby now, and wow, how I used to just bleed, wailing into the night air at all times, like, and another thing. But everything I want is everything I have, so I've saved some quicksand in a bottle as an ode to keeping things lost, a memento, recursive, land rights over antimatter, an effective tornado where we disambiguate the gusts, and there were backing vocals, dancers in the palest blue, off-white, sloughing aging paint from the rotten frame, a homeless, aimless, laboured caress, and all the girls lined up far back into the past to offer something, take something, core of my fruit say, you're hurting us, it's you, you're hurting us. Anyway, my dreams are full of liquids, and all I want to ask you, can I say thank you for this mundane fact about my workplace, and also for forgetting me? Solid modicum of bedtime, waking up, knowing nothing, stealing flapjacks from my housemate's soup truck, getting too close on the sofa, guilty when you ungrammar me. Let's pretend we were both just reaching for the same overpriced hardback edition of progressive literature, make a zine next time, calling you as I rush from bus to bus to say we're going to need a lot of pockets, and some tools to fix this hostile architecture, lunching into the future where we exist completely. I just found that very difficult to read because I think it's insane. I don't get what I mean at all. So good luck to you, I mean. Okay. I recorded like 13 minutes and then I went so badly wrong, so I'm gonna have to splice these videos together. So that is what I've done. In case you're like, why was there a weird gap? This is why. Thank God for technology, eh? Sorry, that's a very dad comment. I guess I'm a dad. Is asking someone to be the light by which you scrutinize your life a sext? Because I'm teetering on the edge of writing you this stupidest dumb bitch sonnet, over-egging things, doing too much with my time, telling you earth, sun, stars, love, conditions of labour, notwithstanding, that you've marked me in it, where it counts and doesn't, right there on the outer crust, a home among pirates, wrong side of the generous coral reef horizon, sailing the seas where they live, feeling shelled like a prawn and defensive like let my people go. So this is how we'll flirt, is it? No. Disrupting anything, no unsettling incursions into magma underworld, and no to fracking. Look, everything you say is the best thing you've ever said. I would like to tell you only one simple truth devoid of context, as if in some way wanting to tell you is not a kind of context. It's okay, when I want to feel too much, I just come here to the visceral ideational circle of my yearning. Cosseted I am, surrounded by ambience, sheer, French, hanging like a fog. Don't you look at me disparaging, wry hand on your heart, eagle sharp and handsome, like the finest bone, not quite, overhang, chest ambiguated, such disquiet, leaf in the wind, but I don't think touch me, give me nothing. Axe this suggestion, and all who sail in her, a rush of blood to the skin. All hail our largest organ. Such a weird poem. I'm so sorry. Okay. Anyway, whatever. One more? Maybe not one more. I think I don't have time, but there we are. So this is kind of old, but then someone said nice things about it recently, so I'm just going to read it. Yeah, I had to do it again. So, okay. Today I'm very much feeling. Childlike in my hurt this morning, you return with an explanation like a Sunday bus timetable, somewhere in the countryside, Sussex or Surrey or Cornwall, or here I'm stuck, wheels turning in the mud, trying to extol something other than virtue, waving by assistance with a cheery "love is love," hashtags merely holding my body together, chest cavity literally loving life, Coney 2012 at my elbow, thoughts arranged into a word cloud in the shape of redacted, still scrabbling to get from particular to general, two fledgling analysis in sugar suspension, trying political over personal critique. Like, no, of course it's not you, it's the structure. It's no one's fault, it's the structure. Drowning in slick ridiculousness come toxic sludge, but hitting myself instead, like, anyway, they told me to, taking a live round of bullets from a semi-automatic to protest the rights of something, wiping out up to 50 little pigs or something, standing still in this compacting nonsense, and your eyes may roll, but that's correct, right? That's how rights work. Snout emoji, heart emoji, bomb emoji, stop sign. Still out here seeking seats at the table. Certain we can get someone to put some kind of system in place, start selling licenses for the legal creation of teen homicide, like pollution, guilt-free, paid up in advance. Porco Dio, angry, I'm angry, and God is a pig, so stop expecting any help from that department. Stop trying to make the cops happen, they've already happened, and I don't think it's working, but we gave it time, absolutely threw our hats in the ring. If standing alone is a contingent on a sea of supporters from chubby, resistant babyhood, then we're going to be them, ghostly ectoplasm whipped into peaks, collapsing a lifetime of parenting into one weekend, finger painting with squeezy tubes of pancake batter layered in a hot pan. Seems adventitious by design, but there's no contradiction, just what they're doing nowadays with artistic production. You can film it for Insta, it's a party trick with props, other than the body, flip to reveal a perfectly shaded portrait of a sphinx or the Mona Lisa or some stodgy pop art of this family in brunch reunited. And I'm scared. If I slide my fingers under like a spatula again, singeing edges of domestic scars, where will I see myself? Vague in outline, just the background, oceanic feeling for your baby, badly behaved, centre front. And I forgive you, but you feel guilty. But I forgive you, like one day I dreamed you were this darling baby insectivore, say a mole, I smuggled to safety in the bucket of a hydraulic excavator, say a digger. Done digging, folded up your long curved claws to rest while I made a commotion, distracting the foot soldiers of whatever malign authority represented our common patriarch, and the actress playing your mother, or myself, it wasn't clear, took a potion and turned into a shark. Neither here nor there, but it was a hammerhead, skin glistening, bursting forth our mutual neck, your mother's and mine. And I don't know where you'd got to, I can only hope to safety, but I was left whacking both shark and or self with a broom. It was confusing, but great to see you've survived inside me all these years. Running out of shared cultural reference points to prod myself forward with, now I'm poking around in your ejector for some solidarity, finding nothing more rigid than platitude. A cold drink can make your teeth hurt, too much water at once can be shocking. But even as the excrement coiled among the stones at the bottom of the fishbowl of your psyche, I resent this. So let's remove it. Cut someone else up for once. Give me the little gold dagger from your garter, Baudelaire a cabaret straight to the heart. And I'm not hurting, just reddening for a revolution. This shard's sharp in my side till I'm puking it up under local anaesthetic, mindful at the guillotine, using it to scratch the word toxic into my left thigh, where some cut-offs make it obvious this is a reclamation, a stick and poke, a brand against maternity. I'm really tired. Thank you for listening.